Hey guys, it's Jana from Ballerinas by Night. I have been dealing with a stupid hip issue for like what seems like forever, and I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me talk about it, but I have had tendinitis in my right hip flexor for like about a year, and just in the past few months I have been able to start to get over it. And just the other day in class I was given a correction that I've been given many times, but sometimes it takes just the right combination of words and the situation for me to have it click in my head and apply it. So that happened the other day, and I think that was probably the root issue to why I was having so much pain in my hip flexor, and it's because I had the old habit of lifting my leg with my hip first creep up on me. And this was like a huge thing that Abby helped me fix back when I was training with her. And so I'm like super frustrated that it came back and I just wasn't even aware of it. I wanted to talk about that because I know it can be like a really, really common thing to want to lift your legs with your hips, because these are just, it's a bigger area and it's just easier, theoretically. But really it's not. It's actually harder, and it makes your entire body hurt. Trust me. The way that this went for me to understand what was going on is that we were doing a releve balance in second, actually, and I was lifting everything. I was gripping my butt and I was gripping my hip. So here, I'll do it on flat. I was like gripping and I was like this, so you can see that I'm like lifted here, and my teacher finally had to come over and literally be like, relax your hip. And when I did that, I realized this part of my leg, this lifts independently from this. And I knew that, but I don't know how it just somehow slipped from my mind and has made ballet class quite the struggle for me. So I think this is a good hip check to do every once in a while if you feel like you're just kind of stuck in class, or you just feel like stiff, or if you are having hip flexor pain. Go into your second, lift it off the ground, and check, are my hips staying put? Am I just moving my leg? Because if you're going like this, then there's a problem. So this is the whole sensation that you probably hear a lot in class of your legs being like a corkscrew and everything's wrapping around, because it literally feels like that when you're doing it correctly. It wraps around and it lifts it up on its own. It's almost like someone's coming back here and just going like boop, and your leg just pops up. It's more freeing and more enjoyable and not painful, and it's a heck of a lot easier to do just about everything if you're doing that correctly. Another way to find that feeling, I think, is to do a flexed foot, because I think it really elongates back here. If you feel it through your heel, then I think it's sometimes easy to find that kind of pendulum. Just kick your legs around, you know what I mean? I think we overthink a lot of things in class, and we just get really really tense, and it makes everything a heck of a lot harder. So also, when you're just doing your front and back tendus and dégagés, this is a great place to check that the hips are stable. Going to the back is a lot harder, but I think a lot of it is let's see, your quads and lifting, but relaxing this, still lifting your core. That's the next thing I've got to work on, is building up my core strength, because that's going to help a lot from alleviating pain here. If I can get this strong, zip it up, and then use that, and then it will just be amazing and perfect, right? There's just so much more freedom to your movement when you can take your leg and move it around like this and not grip in here. Because I'm telling you, I have not been able to extend my leg because I was gripping so tight that I lost all my flexibility. I've always been pretty flexible, and it was I couldn't lift my leg. This was the extent of it, especially to the side, doing rond de jambes, and it would just kill me. So now I'm starting to get back up there because I'm using the correct muscles again. So now I just have to work on just applying it every single class and get those muscles, the proper muscles, built back up so that I can keep raising my extension and building the strength to hold things longer. This also applies really well. We're talking about extension to your grand battements. This is that sensation of pushing through the floor with your foot and then swinging up without moving the hip. I'm not warmed up or stretched out or anything, so I'm not going to do a full grand battement, but it's like that motion instead of trying to like get it up like that. That's kind of exaggerated, but especially to the side, it's going to be a lot easier to get your leg up there if you just let it go. I guess I'm trying to think of like the best way that I'm like visually thinking about it when I'm lifting it. I guess I just think about my hip being like down and then everything else swinging up. This may make sense to like one of you, I don't really know. But like if this is constantly going down and that's going up, that tends to help me think about that. It'll also be really beneficial when it starts to come to pirouettes and holding your retrograde balances, because this is a really great place to start gripping in here, and I swear I'm having to like work so hard to get this stuff back, but it's a heck of a lot easier to do things and hold balances. It's a much more stable place than gripping here and being all kinds of everywhere with your core. I know this hasn't been like a requested video of any kind, but this has just been a really big part of my dance life the past year and a half. I was struggling with this issue, and so I feel like maybe I'm starting to get a handle of it. So I want to just share any knowledge or anything that's helped me to get through it onto you guys in case anybody is in the same boat, or just like as an occasional like maintenance thing to check on, because it's just not something that you want to have. You don't want to get to the point where I've been, where I basically have to like start back at the beginning and retrain the correct muscles. So I hope this has been helpful to at least one of you. And you guys let me know if it's just completely doesn't make any sense, or if you're confused, or if you need further help, and I'll see about getting Abby to put in her 2 cents on the topic. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure what you're going to see from me next. I might be doing a flat shoe review. I ordered some new shoes off Discount Dance, and they're kind of like a new technology flat. So I just want to share with you guys my thoughts and show you what it looks like and all that. So that's probably coming from me next. Anyway, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.